Hi MennoNerds, this is Deborah, and today I'd like to talk about how I transitioned from being a Mennonite to being an Anabaptist. I spent a lot of my early childhood in a number of different churches actually. To say that I grew up Mennonite is only part of the story. But I will say that my most formative years were spent in the Mennonite church. I had an absolutely wonderful time, and I took from it many deep and rich theological viewpoints. The fact that I'm an absolute pacifist, the fact that I love social justice, the fact that I have a deep need for community, all of that stems from my time spent with the Mennonites. It wasn't until I was about 18 years old that I attended an evangelical seminary called Tyndale, and that was a transdenominational school, and I met there many people from many different cultures and contexts, and a lot of them would say to me, I don't identify as one denomination in particular, I'm just a Christian. And in fact, many of them were actually against the idea of denominations. And that used to just really puzzle me, if not frustrate me. Because growing up, I knew all about the distinctions in my church, and to me, being part of a denomination means that there's something special about the church that you go to, that there's something unique, that there's something that your church is doing that another church isn't doing. It's not necessarily that I was ever against different denominations, because as far back as I can remember, I've always been ecumenical. I've always had this idea of everyone can be a Christian. It doesn't matter whether you're Catholic, Orthodox, Protestant, who cares, because we follow the same Lord and Savior. But I definitely was very proud of being Mennonite, and I took every opportunity to tell people I was Mennonite, to explain Mennonite theology, and to invite my friends to Mennonite church functions. But now that I'm a bit older, I have also started going in the direction of not necessarily wanting to identify as one denomination in particular, but rather as a Christian in general. The more that I spend time with people from other groups and other faith walks, the more I realize the rich depth that they have to offer. And I feel just at home in a Catholic or Orthodox cathedral as I would in a Mennonite church. And in fact, in some ways, I feel even more so connected. Right now, living in Scotland, there are no Mennonites here, and people don't really know what the Mennonite church is, and I try to explain it to them, but it always gets a little bit complicated. I always have to say something like, we're Amish but different, which is kind of not really fair because it gives them the wrong opinion, the wrong impression. They start thinking about the interesting way that Amish people dress, or the way that some people who maybe are old order Mennonites would live without electricity. And that has never been part of my story. And in a way, I feel like it's not really representative of many people who are Mennonites. But I definitely still want to continue to hold these deep Anabaptist convictions, the convictions that make us who we are. And so that's why today I like to consider myself to be Anabaptist in theology, but ecumenical in practice. Because I think theologically, when it comes down to it, it is important to continue our distinctions, to continue what our foreparents taught us, what the Martyr's Mirror teaches us, what the Bible teaches us through the gospel of Jesus Christ, through the Sermon on the Mount in particular. But it's also important to learn how to engage with people in this world who maybe are of a different denomination or maybe have different opinions. So those are just my thoughts, and happy to continue this conversation. Talk to you guys later. Bye.